Hi guys, welcome back to Stay Shinin. I'm your host, Diamond Holly, and this is my co-host.
I'm not a businessman, I'm a businessman. Time to handle my business, man.
We're already getting started. Just tell them where that's from.
To quote the great artists Jay-Z and Kanye, diamonds are forever.
That's our favorite song right now, so my
my
dad's obsessed with that part.
I just really resonate with that song because I named my kid Diamond. They made a song about basically our future back then. That was so cool. So
and it's way deeper than that too.
It's so much deeper. It's so much deeper.
That song is really deep when I run around to it, the
diamonds are forever.
Yeah, and then how the origin of how diamonds are even a thing,
Hey, it's the hardest.
It's pretty deep.
It's the hardest stone out there, man, and it shines bright like a diamond.
Like you, girl. But we hope you guys are having a great month of February and a well-educated Black History Month.
Yes. Oh my God, it is Black History Month, and we have some factual-based data that we will try to provide for you. Give you some great hints.
I want to start off with Ruby Bridges.
Who is Ruby Bridges? Tell me a little bit about her.
I have been obsessed with her lately because, she was 6 years old when she was walking into school. And remember the first Black girl to go into school and there was obviously.
Oh yeah, yes, exactly. My mom explained it to me.
Trying to say not white people, colors, clears.
But basically
around her and they wouldn't. Let her
there
go to school.
There was a time that water fountains and back doors were utilized for certain groups of people. And they couldn't come to the front. They couldn't sit in the seats and be served by others.
Right.
So, my mom explained this to me. She remembers when she was one of those people who actually could not participate.
It's not that long ago.
No, it's not.
Because Ruby Bridges was 6 years old when she was going to school, and all those people were like,
we're
"No,
talking
don't
about,
go to school."
We're talking about 1960.
She's 67. She's 67 years old right now.
We're talking 1964. So it wasn't that long ago.
Yeah, and it just blows my mind. It really does blow my mind, the concept of all of that, because they make it seem like it didn't happen. At least when I was learning about Ruby Bridges when I was young, they made it seem like she was freaking it was centuries and centuries ago.
And that's the other thing is they don't really teach all this stuff in school, so we got to do a better job at educating people of what actual history is really like, because right now it's technically the winners who make the history, right? And so the narrative of what has actually gone on is coming from one point of view, even though there's multiple point of views out there. So we got to get back to actually establishing what actually happened in history, so we can actually give a valid accounts to what actually happened.
Right. And also, guys, it is up to you to educate yourself on history. Don't rely on what they told you in school and then run with that. Oh, that's what happened to Black people. So I know what that, don't rely on that.
I always say, everything is Googleable.
Exactly. So just make sure you're educating yourself and all that good stuff. So, Black people.
So that brings us to what we wanted to talk about, Kanye's speech, right?
Not just yet. I was gonna talk about some Black people who started these certain things.
Okay, let's go into that then.
Okay, so I want to name some people who created things that we use in our everyday life. So the air conditioning unit, the doorknobs, everything that is so important, house alarming systems, was created by a Black person, and I think it's so amazing. And even myself, I'm oh my gosh, I didn't even know that. So
we got we're going to talk about some past people who've done some great grand things in our society to move us to this point, and then we're going to talk about some stuff that actually the present, and then we're going to talk about some people that are going to be futuristic and helping our approach.
Okay. So should we list off the names?
Yes, let's list off the names. Let's give them. Maybe I can remember.
Yeah, hopefully.
Maybe it'd be like trivia. Let's see what you got.
Okay, so obviously we have George Washington Carver, who product of peanut butter.
He made peanut butter,
right?
And he was a agriculturalist who made a whole bunch of other items.
Period.
Basically, he used the peanuts to make stuff with
develop
plastic
this
and this and that. So he actually had over 1,000 patents at the time, and this was in the 1800s. So that's pretty solid to have 1,000.
Yeah, that
patents.
wasn't okay. Good.
I'm sorry. It was quote 2,000 patents.
Next, we have the air conditioning unit. Which would do you know?
No, I say his name.
Frederick M. Jones.
Frederick Jones. However, he didn't just do the air conditioning unit. He actually made the first air conditioning cars, trucks, and a bunch of other different things. Yeah. So he actually also made the first air mask, which we use as the gas mask.
Like in the airplane?
No, well, that one.
Oh, like one of those. Like
well, pretty much it led to the one that's in the airplane, and it led to the one that's in the actual the gas mask for like being able to protect yourself from a nuclear fallout.
Right. Okay. So. Okay. Next, we have the doorknob.
Oh, that's pretty solid.
By Osborne Dorsey.
Oh wow. Okay. All right. The doorknob. That's very important. I guess we used to just kick.
I know. I'm like. And then I thought about the sliding door real quick. I was like, okay, so they probably had the sliding door.
So that's where them rappers get that kick door stuff from, right?
Next, we have the blood plasma bag, Charles Drew.
Blood plasma bag, okay. So that's pretty solid. Okay, yeah, that's very important because now they need to be able to do transfusions. So
exactly.
Plasma and blood, and like that came from a brother. That's awesome.
Yes. Next, we have a guitar. Guys, a guitar. Wow. Isn't that crazy?
I did not know the guitar.
I didn't know that either.
Who's the
but
person
I'm like,
who made the guitar?
Then I think of like jazz and like music, so I'm like, oh, like black. So
who's the person that made the guitar?
Robert F. Fleming Jr.
Okay, I'm feeling Robert.
Sounds so good right now.
Teaching me something right now.
Traffic light.
Oh yes, there we go.
Gareth Morgan.
Okay, Mr.
I never
Morgan.
heard that name before.
The other thing is he also made that in the 1800s, and he was the first one to 1900s. Okay, well he also had the first yellow caution light, so he saved lives.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so traffic, it was stop signs and stuff of that.
Yeah,
nature.
what was it like before? Where there was just like go, like what do you do?
I mean, at that point, we talk about a horse and a buggy.
Oh yeah, I forgot.
You know what I mean? And then as cars developed, then that's when you needed more because the cars were moving at like 15 miles an hour. Ooh.
I'm weak. And now cars are so fast nowadays, and that's so dangerous. Like, people don't even go that fast. Like, why is it even that fast?
If we didn't have if we didn't have the caution light, man, because that's when people be like, that's really their green light, like, they still be going. Yeah,
people don't care. We have an elevator, Alexander Miles.
Oh, wow, okay. All right, yeah.
Like, without an elevator, we would be taking the stairs, y'all.
Brother was tired of taking the stairs. And I don't blame him, man. And, you 100 stories up, man. I read this awesome quote. Success is not on the elevator. You can't go up the elevator to get to success. You have to take the stairs. But you know what? I always want to take it a little bit further. You have to, success is not on the second floor either. We're talking about like a couple 100-story building. So get ready to start walking.
My phone turned. Okay, the next one is a lock.
Oh, okay.
A lock. Washington A. Martin.
Okay.
And then we have a mailbox. Paul L. Downing.
Oh, okay.
And there's also a house alarm made by a black woman. I don't know her name, but
you know what?
But I saw that.
We got tired of folks running in our cribs in the 1800s, so we had to make our own house alarm. I mean, I thought you have some pigeons around the floor or something, some chickens or something running around. So if somebody come into your crib, come through the window, they step on the chicken, and
maybe that's why people have birds in their house and stuff like that.
You know what? That is a great idea to have a bird in your house. Because those parrots, they want to talk to somebody.
Solitude.
Okay, so now that we talked about the people in the past who paved the way, let's talk about the influential black leaders now. Definitely Kanye.
Well, you know what? I would say he's building himself up, but as he builds himself up, there's things that are taken away from his situation, and so the relationships outside of the relationship that he has, and then with his kids, and putting all that information out there to the street. I think that's a bit aggressive, a bit much.
So you're talking about his Instagram posts lately?
Well, that's a bit much. You know what I mean? Like, understand when people go through divorce that they have some issues that they have to discuss. However, most people do those in closed doors.
It's so interesting.
You know what? This is the thing, right?
Yeah.
I got with our black influential leaders that we got, like Kanye, right?
Yeah.
Jeff Bezos, right? You'll never hear him say how much he's worth. You'll never see him boast about anything that he does. He just actually does it. Now, Kanye, quick to be like, I'm worth 10 billion. You know, I'm quick to tell me what's in my bank account. A lot of black people do that, though. You know what I mean? I think that's kind of petty, though. You know what I mean? I don't think we should be counting up the money just to show people how relevant we are. I think the impact that we have as individuals actually gives us that, that playing field that we need to be on, that platform. So necessarily, I don't think money is that trajectory that you have to use for an accounting purposes to validate who you are.
Facts. That goes for anybody that's regular too.
Some people have made some great Sterner stuff, and I mean, it's great to see, real individuals. You know what I mean? So, but like I said, when Jeff Bezos was going through his divorce, all you did was see how much
I didn't even know that he had a divorce.
That's the thing. Everybody knew, but he just cut the check, had the divorce, and they was done.
Yeah. I definitely think it's a little messy that Kanye is posting right now.
It's real messy.
Because it is Black Future History Month, so that is messy.
Well, you know what?
We don't want to really be hearing about Kim. We need to be focusing on Black history, not Kim.
A lot of people love controversy.
Yeah.
And if it draws attention and it gets enough, behind it, then people are going to remember those things. So when
we're gonna remember Kim and Kanye fighting on Black History Month. Like
we will, and then he's gonna be like, "Well, I'm going to vote, run for president again."
Right.
You know what I mean? Well, you got some baggage, you got some stuff going on. It's a little, you can't even handle your relationship, but you want to run the country. But then you look at the fact that this guy's a billionaire, and you're like, "Oh, okay. Well, he's been able to amass $1 billion, so he's obviously done something right."
Right.
So I don't know. It's a whole controversy behind the thing. So
I mean, it is a little too much, but I do think Kanye is doing pretty good when it comes to only focusing on the Black History Month and Black Future Month, because he has put out a video that I really think everybody should watch. You should go watch it right now on his Instagram. And the video that we watched is super great.
But you know what the best part about Kanye is? He's amongst his peers, right?
Yeah.
We don't see Puffy or Jay-Z or anybody else, Dr. Dre on the billionaire status. We don't see them speaking out and trying to make this kind of positive change.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And being involved and trying to make like some
we just
real
know
impact.
That they're like impactful, and then we know that they're
we know that they're doing stuff that's behind the scenes, like Master P. We were talking about earlier. We were talking about like people who've done stuff in the past, people that are doing stuff now, and then future inventors or future black presenters or whatever the case.
Yeah.
But Master P's and is coming out with a brand new shoe. You know what I mean? And it's affordable, and it's this is the thing. He made a statement. He was like, well, we always complain about buying the shoes from somebody else and blah, blah, blah. But how many of us are actually developing our own, seeing this vision, like Stay Shining with Diamond.
Exactly.
DHP.
Oh, this is his shoe? Magnati.
Hey, I rock with it.
Magnati.
You know what I'm saying? Because, I mean, we got Gucci, we got Louis Vuitton.
Yeah.
And we got Jim Jones walking around the store sitting there.
Right. There was a video on social media, Jim Jones going around the Gucci store.
He's all upset about, like, not getting service. Bro, we've been getting not getting service in these places.
Yeah, like...
So, my biggest thing is, like, and then you were talking about the other day about TikTok and the
and then he still waited. Like, he still paid. Like, go to a different store.
30 grand, like, to not get service and be treated wrong. Like, and then you're still there. Like, for me, if that was me, I would have made the stink about it.
Deuces,
and then I would have waited I wouldn't have paid nobody nothing. And I would have waited till the owner contacted me and said, sorry for your the misunderstanding.
Exactly.
And like, we would like to do a redo.
Yeah,
you know
but there was none of that.
There was none of that.
Like, and it was sad to see. Like, it really is sad.
It's pretty poor that that still happens in today's age. But people are acting like that like it's just going to go away. Like it's just going to be stamped out all of a sudden. That's insane to just be like, oh my God, I'm not going to be profiled in the Walgreens whenever I go around roaming around the house.
I just have that instinct. I'm like, I just know it. Like, who is walking around here think they're not going to get profiled?
Everybody's sitting there profiled. And now we watch the new Cedric the Entertainer show, and that show is off the chain and really shows the stigma. Because Blackish, that we were always talking about Blackish, guys.
Yeah,
Blackish and Mixedish or whatever it is.
Someone on TikTok said that that's not a relatable Black people show. I was like, well, maybe we're just not.
Everybody's not
on the same. Like, chill.
For us, for us, that really that's very consistent.
Yeah.
To, you know what I mean? Like, some other people are not going to be like have this cookie cutter wonderful life but some parents actually get their due diligence to make sure that their families were in a good situation.
Exactly.
Everybody didn't like have like this worst experience.
Right. People obviously have to work their way up.
You know what I mean? And so some, like, say for instance, if you're my age, 45, 44, 45, 48, at a certain point you should have established yourself and established your family situation.
Yes.
Where you know your kids actually have this kind of situation. But if you didn't, then I get it. I understand everybody's not on the same level of playing field. But for those who didn't have that experience, you got to actually, maybe you want that experience for your future.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like maybe you want something different than the experience you had in the past. So you got to go out for it and try to get it. So.
You got to be the one in the family to break the curse.
Break the curse, break the norms, do something different,
break the
right?
generational curse.
The transition, do something different. That's a good one. But like I was saying, we're you know, Master P, he's got his shoes, and you know, it resonates me because at the beginning of the show, I didn't say I made a quote from Jay-Z. I said, I'm not a businessman, I'm a businessman, and I'm handling my business, man.
Like, do you guys get it? Like,
if you're not getting what I'm saying, is that when you have a family, it needs to be structured like a business. It needs to have a business plan. It needs to have a financial forecasting. It needs to be something other than a pity party and a bunch of people living in the same household not getting anything out of each other.
Right.
You know what I mean? So when you have your family, and I implore all people who are starting a family, looking into a family, who have a
been
family,
in a family,
you know what I mean? Go out, create a vision statement, a mission statement for your family. And once you do that, then you start putting the other things together from a business plan and actually see some trajectory in your family's progression.
Right, like come up with a plan. Like even if you're bored, like come up with a plan for yourself or for your kids. Like for your kids, like if they're young. Like I do that now and I don't have kids or nothing. I just want, you know what I mean? But I just feel like it's super important. Like what you saying, like being in the house. Like there was a time where we were all in the house. Like I mean, we had our ideas, but like there was no action. Like we were just really just sitting there, sit there, you know. And I feel like I've obviously been in my friend's house, and like it's the same thing, like there. So I do encourage each family to definitely bring that, what you were saying.
Yeah, because I mean,
get a plan. Like I don't know.
You gotta, you know, be.
I do know, but
well, this is my thing is, I got a family. And I feel that my family is very successful, and we've came together to create a vision and have a mission, and we have a dream, which once again we want to reestablish. Basically, we're here to basically see other people evolve and get to a certain point, and it's about a whole community that we're trying to bring together.
Exactly.
Right?
This isn't gonna work if we're like all about us guys.
No.
Like, you know.
No. And so our shows, it's pretty comical. We like it. We enjoy it. We like passing on factoids and different information and stuff that we're doing to help elevate ourselves. But, you know, the ultimate goal is to see everybody else succeed, you know what I mean, and everybody else come together. So, like I said, we got to eradicate illogical thinking and help move past different thoughts and norms and stuff that are not the narrative. And so back to Kanye when he was talking about how in his video and how like it's black present black history, not black history,
black future,
black future.
Yeah.
And so, you know, not about just the present but the future of black people.
Exactly.
All cultures.
This show is sponsored by Prater's Heating and Cooling out of Atlanta, Sarah K. Harrison Tag the Abundance Game out of Phoenix, Grand Junction Wine Tours out of Colorado, Western Strokes Painting Company out of Colorado, and Angelic Crystals with Kira out of Phoenix. Thank you so much to my sponsors, and stay shiny.
Yes, definitely. When it comes together for black people, let's talk about our community for a second, because this has definitely been like bothering me. So let me start here. On TikTok, there was a TikTok of this beautiful black girl saying that us black women, we are not strong. I want to be a weak woman. Like I want to be a weak black woman. Like in the lines of that. And I just totally disagree. I just feel like I'm seeing a lot of negativity in our community. Not like just a little of these sayings of like, oh, I don't want this, I don't want that. But we need a whole, even though we don't want to be weak, like nobody validates our feelings as a black woman.
Well,
you know? So I definitely,
I think my opinion, this is strictly opinion, I think what's going on is that the people who are out there who see an opportunity to divide and conquer, use this certain narratives. They keep using different narratives to pop up to basically use as a detractor, a distraction from what's actually going on and what we're trying to achieve. So every time somebody's trying to do something positive, somebody's throwing a monkey wrench into the game to basically throw people off.
Yeah, so that's what I definitely think in that situation. They don't want us black women. They want, that's their agenda. They don't want us to be strong. They want us to call ourselves weak and damsels in distress now because we never had the opportunity because we're strong.
And that's when I think what people need to do is not listen to those narratives and rise above that, and then and not allow those kind of connotations pop up.
Exactly,
and then it's like because they're gonna keep. I always had this thing, right? As peaks and valleys. Yeah. So whenever you're doing great and then you're doing good and you're trying to get to be excellent, you're always going to have something that pops up that's going to be a detractor that's get you from where you need to be. Exactly. And these things are, say for instance, the black race, the black community is trying to rise and be more, pull their finances together, have black business, black culture. Exactly. You know what I mean? There's always going to be something that's going to like get in there and like stop that, or like they attempt to stop that. Exactly. However, we listened to what was it, the Button show, the Joe Budden guy, right? And the Rory, was it Rory and the other guy? Rory I'll tell you what's his name.
Rory and Mal.
Mal or something, right? And Mal is like he has this fixated way of thinking. Yeah. Which he's currently around my age, and like if we all had that fixated thinking, then how far can that get us? So one of the things I was looking at is like one of the top things Oprah she looks at, one of her things that she has. She doesn't let race bother her. She shows that up by her excellence. Yes. And then she doesn't allow that type of mentality to stray her from where she's trying to achieve. Right. She basically uses whatever she's confronted with, and then she uses it as a positive twist to turn it around to do something grand.
And that's what we need to do.
And that's what we need to do.
And us black
instead
girls.
Of saying we can't mobilize or we can't get together, our dollar doesn't count. Like let's do it. A Jedi wave. On that whole narrative. And say, yes, we can do these things. Exactly. Yes, we will achieve these things. These are the things that we are going to achieve together, better, and just
100%. Like
we just got to do a better job at
understanding,
eradicating illogical thinking.
Understanding and eradicating logical thinking, honestly, and just like not going with the crowd and like have your own opinion, like, you know what I mean?
Don't have the herd mentality.
Don't have the herd mentality. And I feel like that's also in our community. A lot of us do have that.
It's just like the running. It's like the running of the bulls. Stampedes coming down the street, and everybody's getting out of the. Oh my God! Like whoa! Like run that way! Like no! Like hey, some people are smart enough to like, hey man. If I'm not running that way and I just get out the way, then I won't get ran over by the stampede of bullshit. Exactly. You know what I mean? And I think people need to get to the fact that, like, there's a better way.
There is. And, like, I just had to bring that up, like, about the girl on TikTok, because, like, no, we're not going to be in our damsel distress area.
And that's the other thing is, right, for the TikTok and, like, when you're not included, and you're excluded from a situation, why do people keep participating in the narrative?
So Nicki Minaj hosted a TikTok event, and we have a lot of black creators that are upset at TikTok. But we all knew that TikTok don't ride for us. So I understand why they're mad, but they don't ride for us. So and we can't continue to keep.
Once again, TikTok is from another country, and it's from a third party source. And
like, come on, guys.
The last administration said, "Hey, don't get behind this, America." Yeah. But look at America did get behind it. But then the thing what you're talking about is certain people are being excluded from
a Black History event.
But this is not the Asian people made TikTok. Yeah. and they showcase a certain demographic.
Exactly.
And other demographics gets left out.
Yeah.
However, if you don't feel included,
yeah,
and just don't participate in the situation. So
yes.
there's 190 million Americans that are on TikTok. There's 330 million Americans in America. So between older people and babies, pretty much every adult has a TikTok page, right? It's probably about 10 to 20%
That's
that
wild.
don't, right? So when you think about it, if we got over 12 to 16 million brown people who are not being included and being excluded, but they continually think that this is a platform that's made for them, that they're going to be able to showcase themselves, and they're constantly being put on the shelf, and
literally,
and the stuff that they create is taken away, then don't participate in it.
I feel like it's been since this app has been out, it has been like this for Black creators. Like, we got pushed to the side. You have 5 million followers, you get verified a year later. Like, we've been pushed to the side. So now, as a community and within TikTok, the Black community, we need to do something else besides putting ourselves deeper into the problem, or keep giving the freaking source energy. Like, come on now.
They can. This is the other thing that goes back to the Jay-Z song and the lyrics that I said. If you don't like a situation, don't just be an employee. Go create it.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? Like, there's somebody smart enough with the wherewithal to basically create another TikTok that's going to be inclusive for everybody.
Right, exactly.
But nobody's done that.
Exactly, because we're all sitting here on the same app, wondering if the same shit's going to happen.
This is the thing. When we got tired of not seeing shows that we wanted to see and that not representing what we wanted to represent, then we made our own show. Yeah. Stay Shining with Diamond. That's just a plug. And then, we got some other information. So, some other stuff that's coming for you, and that we're going to give you some information about later on in this show. But we created our own. You know what I mean? My daughter always tells me, I want to be a model here, I want to be in this commercial. Hold up.
Yeah, I always get worried I'm not going to get signed because I have a lot of acne.
But you know what? How about this? How about we sign our own people? Yeah. And then we basically make our own commercials. Right. And then we just do it ourselves. Because Diamond Holly Productions is this whole entity that's actually here to create, because it has a vision and a mission that we're trying to achieve. Yeah. So when people don't like being excluded and not included, then create your own situation. Exactly. And I just feel like that's something we need to lean towards as this year progresses for us creators on TikTok. Because if you guys are saying all this on TikTok, if we're saying all this, saying we're mad about this situation, and then a month later, nothing happens, and what was that all for? It was a waste. Your movement was useless. What was it all for? So we definitely just need to work something out, y'all. Yeah. Because it's just, you know what we got going on is not. Once again, it's Black History Month. Yeah. And we always get pushed to the side. Between Martin Luther King and Rosa Parks, basically, they showed us what we needed to do. Yeah. If you don't like a situation, you boycott it, you sit in, you create a protest. And if it's not for you, get the hell out of Dodge. Don't give them your money. Don't give them their opportunities. Don't give them the blood and sweat and tears off your back for some shit that you ain't even a part of. Right. What kills me is the complaining about it. Yeah. They can't keep complaining, guys. They can't keep participating and then complaining. Exactly. You know what? Don't participate. You won't have nothing to complain about. Create your own situation, and then you can actually go complain about that shit. Right. We don't need TikTok to be successful in life. There was people that were doing this shit before TikTok. You know what I mean? Back me up. Well, I mean, because people think they need this app to get, and I get it. These views cannot come from anywhere else. Well, I mean, people used to do it. It's easier. It's easier. People did it the hard way. We had a conversation about building leads, and how 20 years ago you had to go buy leads, and you had to go find a way to generate leads. Yeah. You can actually generate enough leads on your Facebook, your TikTok, and your LinkedIn. Yeah. There was a way before TikTok, so now we just need to figure that shit out. I think things have gotten too easy for people. Yeah. And they don't want to do the work. Yeah. And once they do the work, I think that's going to actually resonate a little bit more with them. And they're going to be so proud that they did this thing. Exactly. And they got this result. And now, wow, it helps so many other people. Right. Once again, that's what we're doing here at Stay Shining.
I wanted to talk about, we're almost running out of time, but I wanted to talk about movies, like how we were talking about in the car, how they kill like every black person.
Oh my God. What's the first black movie first movie
Wolverine.
That they had that they didn't kill the black guy?
I remember Wolverine, that's what movie I remember.
No, I'm going to say it was the LL Cool J movie.
Oh, I don't know.
Blue Sea?
I don't know. We had to ask Tay. That was
what was
my
that?
time.
Blue Sea, right? Yeah, because basically Samuel L. Jackson got killed in like 10 minutes of that movie, right?
Yeah.
But they kept LL through the whole movie. I thought he was a rap. Once he climbed in that stove and it was the electricity still on.
I thought he was a rap.
I thought the shark was right there. It was passing by him. He's in the stove. That's the electricity.
Funny, though,
like somebody should have got electrocuted. Like this is not a real thing. But
it's just goofy how that was the thing. Like, oh, if you see a black person in the movie, oh, we know they're dying. We know they're dying.
The first Jurassic Park. I'm sitting in the movie theater. I'm dying here because guess what happened? Soon as the movie came on, not less than 2 minutes into the movie, the cage got open, the dude's head got chopped off, and he was a brother.
And that's why we make our own movies, y'all. That's why.
And like I said, that's why we have Stay Shining, because we're gonna make our own situation, so we don't have to be killed
so we don't have to be killed off
and the early before the credits actually come on. Like that's just wrong.
I'm crying. Okay, guys, before we end this episode off, we do have a lot of great things that we have been sharing on social media. So our website and our merch just came out.
Can you say we don't just shine bright like a diamond up in this piece, but we brought a little something to you. So when you go to our website, you'll see our DHP gear.
It's so cute. Our website
is
amazing.
God. You'll see our Stay Shining wear, and then you'll see our new fitness line. Sapphire Fitness.
Guys.
I'm just saying, Sapphire, Diamond, and then we got something else coming later on down the road. But, if I was to give a middle name, it would have been Sapphire. And so that's why I roll with all the jewels. But this little jewel that I'm going to give you is Sapphire Fitness. And so you should go check it out. It's on DHP
Sometimes
Prediction.
Tay and Dad can't say it.
It's on Diamond Holly Productions.
What?
Yeah, I was just changing the whole thing. Diamond Holly Productions, and then you'll see when you click on fitness where you'll see Sapphire.
Yeah, guys. Explore our website because it is new. There's a lot of new features. My brother went ham, so make sure you guys are clicking every button, seeing what you want, seeing what you like, and subscribing to the newsletter.
And we got a collab with Adidas. So, I like to wear some Adidas. Sapphire and Adidas. You'll see some of our lower price items on there. It'll be the Sapphire and Adidas wear.
Y'all got the money. Y'all got it.
But you know what? Go ahead and support our show.
Yeah.
Buy some of our stuff. It's some great material. It's some great stuff.
And tag us on Instagram.
And then you'll be seeing us, today we got a little bit of
we got our Valentine's gear on,
going. So in the future, you'll see a little bit of different change up. So
yes,
you'll see,
definitely explore the website. Follow us on Instagram at Diamond Holly Productions, and also we have a Stay Shining podcast Instagram too. So you'll see everything that we got going on.
Dante's Corner. We got Dante's Corner coming down. We got another show coming down the road.
Oh, I can't wait for that. Don't say nothing about it.
No, that's a.
You liked it. Yeah. I'm so excited for the new show, guys. You guys are going to love it. Okay, but what was I going to say? Also, I know I'm going fast right now, but it is Valentine's Day month, the month of love. So just make sure you're showing love to the people. It's not all about being in a relationship, guys. Just make sure you show love to your siblings, your dog, your mom, your dad. Show everybody love. We need to continue to show love because we don't want to lose people, and we don't want to see anybody go off the deep end. So save them now, love them now.
Yes, don't wait. It's too when you wait long, you wait wrong.
And also, it does break my heart that a lot of girls think you need to find love.
No, stop
Ladies,
it. Don't do
that. I got myself together. I'm a whole business, a brand.
You don't need anybody.
Without a man, and I'm living proof.
You don't need distractors or detractors or distractions.
Right. Like some of you be eager to be in love. Just wait. Don't do it. That's all I got for you guys.
However, special shout out to my Valentine.
Special shout out to my Valentine. Love you. No, I'm kidding. My dad's my Valentine every year. Not complaining though. We love you guys. Have a great month. Educate yourself on Black History Month. Seriously.
Like it's like I said, it's Googleable. You can Google this shit.
What they taught y'all in the schools was not right.
We got a whole segment on that. They didn't even give you the business. So we trying to give you the business.
And we love you guys. And stay shining.
Peace.